Everybody, welcome.
Mhm.
It's Curse of Strahd night. Let me take the crit counter down. We had 11 crits on Pathfinder on Tuesday. So we are back with Curse of Strahd tonight. We are free of some vampire spawn and took our nappy nap in the inn. Okli and Scarf had their own room. They needed their privacy.
Clearly.
Oh, that's right.
We were able to recover the relic and get it back in the church to make the church protected space again. So mission so far accomplished with the woman that Strahd's trying to kidnap, basically. Now I suppose we're figuring out what's next. Crazy murder world.
Mm-hmm. There's always a next with crazy murder hounds.
Of course.
And we all got our long rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you all wake up in the morning. A little bit of light coming through the curtains. Probably the first comfortable night's rest you've gotten since you came here.
Hmm.
Okli waves you off when you try to wake him up in a gruff tone.
Slugs need their beauty sleep.
Mm.
I didn't even see him drink all that much last night. Well, not for him, anyways.
It's probably the sprint through town.
That's true. There was a lot of running. I was a horse for most of it, so it wasn't quite so bad. But yeah, he's not much of a runner.
No, and he's got half the height most of us do, so.
Well, we can let him sleep in a bit and see what we're up to today.
Mm-hmm.
Came here to bring them here, and we brought them here. So
Right, so we've done that job. We got the church settled. Where are they? Should we go check in with her, see if she's made it through the night okay? They're staying in the church proper, aren't they?
I do believe so, yes.
Well, I'm happy to go that way if anybody has, unless anyone has any other ideas.
I'm fine to
I
do
think
that.
sounds good.
I'm fine to do that for now, but our focus should be figuring out how to get ourselves and those that we're taking.
Like
with
I
us
said, I'm
out
up for
of this
whatever.
realm. So
Whatever
let's
is
go ahead and
next.
go
It's
there.
been a long, winding road.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start really working on figuring out how to get out of here and what that entails.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
To the salon.
All right. Well, what are you guys starting off
On my end, Exarkin, I know you spoke, but like I didn't hear you come through the headset.
We're going to the church.
All right. Do you leave the inn without talking to anybody or going downstairs or anything? You can actually leave out this side door, and that leads to the outside.
Probably straight out then.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
But we'll make sure Scarf knows the plan, since he roomed with Okli.
Oh, that's a good call.
I figured we had grouped up since we saw Okli wouldn't wake up.
That's true. We
Gotcha.
did try to wake Okli up.
Fair.
No wonder he was hard to wake. He fell asleep on the floor, not a bed.
He's
Nice
gonna
big
feel
bed,
that in
though.
the morning.
Right? Whenever his morning comes.
Oh,
So you head through town, and people are going every which way, this way and that, to their daily business. The guards that you see are clearly keeping an eye on you. As a matter of fact, you could tell that as soon as you leave the inn, there's a guard across the street, and he starts following you as you head down the road. You also notice more signs for the Festival of the Sun, of the Blazing Sun, which is now in 2 days' time. But no one stops you as you head towards the church.
Forgot just how big this town is.
yeah.
It's not a little village, certainly.
Hmm.
Is there any kind of excitement from the general populace about this festival with them like making preparations? Or does everybody seem to kind of have a case of the Mondays?
No one's talking about the festival. They just are going about their business. So you could call it the case of the Mondays.
Someone's got a case of the Mondays.
The Monday. Didn't we learn that the Baron, or I forget his name, but he does this like every other week to try to, force people to have fun?
Yeah.
Mandatory fun town.
It's mandatory fun,
Yeah,
which means
mandatory fun.
ultimately it is not fun.
Yes. Can't force me to have fun. How
Beatings will
dare you?
continue until morale improves.
Sometimes that will. Aegis, I have forgotten where the church is on the map, please. So if you don't mind directing me.
Right where I'm at.
Oh,
Yeah.
literally across the street. Okay, I just started wandering away. I
no.
apologize.
The inn was on the other side of town. This is just where
Oh,
The-
you already
the-
told us that. Thank you so
The inn
much.
is right here, this red building.
Okay.
Aha.
I see now.
Yes.
So it's a nice little quarter-mile walk to the church.
Okay. Just a good little wake up walk. Okay. Do you knock on the door of a church, or can you just walk in anytime? I'm sorry, I don't quite know how you faith folk do this.
You just
The
walk
large
in.
the large double doors are closed right now.
All right, I'll give it a try. I walk up and try to open a door.
They open.
Can I see anybody in particular in the sanctuary?
No, not right now. So when you enter the church again, there is a sanctuary.
Mhm.
They the main cathedral that you walk right into, and there are some doors off of the main cathedral. The two large rows of pews on either side, two large columns of rows of pews on either side of the room, and at the top there is a
There's a what at the top?
pulpit,
Okay.
Gotcha.
Tsuga takes a couple steps in, but when she doesn't see anybody directly to interact with, kind of looks back to the group. They've had so many weird things happen in churches. She's not real confident to just go sauntering in.
Heinrch will stroll right in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll follow in behind them.
Yeah, Cirllia just walks in.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so I'll take up a space kind of in the middle then instead of being in the front of the group.
all right. Well, right now there's nobody in here. What do you?
I'll look around and see like if there's like where the quarters may be. See if we can find Ismark and Arena.
There are doors off of the main cathedral. It could be.
I will pretend
Both
I
to the
know
left
exactly.
and both to the left and the right of the cathedral.
I will pretend I know exactly what I'm doing and knock on the right door.
All right. You knock. There's no response at first. After about 30 seconds, the door across the cathedral opens, and the priest comes out, pulling his robes on.
Greetings.
Morning.
Hi.
Father Petrovich, he nods to you and closes the door behind him and locks it. Puts the key inside of a pocket inside his robes, and says, travelers, it's good to see you this morning. As you can imagine, it was a late night cleaning up here. There are a few pews that seem to be missing. What can I do? What can I help you with?
We wanted to check in with Irina and Ismark.
He says, all right, well, I'll go fetch them and see if they'd like to come down. He turns around and he unlocks the door that he came out of and goes back in. And you hear a latch.
We don't listen at that door.
Yeah.
Because about that time, I got suspicious.
Yeah, I would like to listen as well, or give the. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Not the right one. I'd like to listen as well, or give her help, whichever makes more sense.
Yeah.
You hear him walking down a hall and knocking on a door, and then some low conversation with somebody, and then there's walking back to this door.
I'll step away from the door.
Yeah.
All right, and you hear unlatch, and Ismark comes out with Father Petrovich.
Good morning.
Hi, it's good to see you all again. Sorry, I helped the father clean up the broken pews last night, and I'm just a little tired. What's the news?
We were just checking on you all
no.
before we figured out our next steps.
Yep. No news in particular. Just making sure you're doing all right in your new abode for the time being.
Yeah. Other than being attacked by vampires in the middle of the night, everything's
of course.
hunky dory. Irina should be out in a minute. She's just getting cleaned up.
Okay.
Aegis, when they stepped out of the door, could you see anything down the hallway, or did they just close it behind them?
You can see down the hallway some. It seems like there's several rooms down a hallway in that direction.
Do you often have borders here, Father? I'm just not familiar with the structures of a church in a town. I didn't know you could use them as like a. Do you use it like an inn, or is it just folks who are needing help, like our friends here?
We have a few extra rooms. One of them is mine, obviously.
Well, sure.
It's not often we take in sanctuary, but it sometimes happens.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you're here to help folks, especially in a place like this. I tell you what, it's been a weird couple of weeks.
That's very true.
Yeah, I
Weird
think I
how?
could go my life without visiting a death house. That's for sure. I'm pretty much done with windmills too, if I'm honest.
Oh, did you visit the old bone grinder?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
You could say that.
yeah, I wasn't conscious for most of it, but that's the way I got there, so it's all right.
Eventually, the door opens and Irina comes out. If you're watching the door, you could see the silhouette of a shorter person, back in the hallway before they close it.
Like from one of the rooms they came out of, or just down the same hallway where the borders are.
Down the same hallway.
Okay.
Does dark vision let me kind of
Oh.
make them out a little better?
I'll say you could tell that it's not just a shorter person; that it's a child of some sort.
Gotcha.
Good morning, Irina.
Hello, friends. How goes the good fight?
It's going.
Yep. That's about it.
How are you? Did you get some rest?
Oh, a little. It was late by the time we were able to square away where we were sleeping. The father here had to move some supplies out of the spare rooms.
Hmm.
I
Let's hope the protection lasts.
think as
Otherwise,
long
this
as no
trip
one's
will have been for nothing.
Oh, for sure.
well, hopefully someone won't try to steal the bones again. So
Right? Steal them, sell them, barter, whatever.
but we need to take care of other things. We just wanted to make sure there was nothing else that we could help you with in the meantime before we take care of other tasks.
Actually, Father Petrovich speaks up and says, what could become a Milivoj? You said you weren't going to hurt him.
Oh, Milivoje, he's back at home. He's still with his kids. Or with his siblings.
Siblings.
Yeah. We just
Yeah,
asked
maybe we
him.
Are we checking on him too? He was an old one.
He was, but I think he'll be fine.
Okay. I'm fine with an occasional problem being not our problem, just for the record.
Okay. But yeah, no, we did not harm him at all, as promised. He told us what we needed to know, and then we were able to find what we needed. So that was fine. That was the deal that I struck. I just needed him to tell me what it was, and he wouldn't be in trouble for it. I get being hungry, so it's fine.
I'm glad to hear that. I can't in good conscience employ him here any longer, but
That's fair.
I hope he is all right.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
He seems like he'll land on his feet.
Right, we've got skills. Well, if everything's all hunky dory here, we could be moving on.
Indeed.
Irina, everything good? Good as it can be, I guess.
As good as it can be.
Right.
I'd like an insight on that vibe check for Arena.
Yeah, get it.
Okay.
Nice.
The vibe is fish out of water.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Tsuga gives her the best reassuring smile that she can, while still not being incredibly confident that the church is the right place to leave somebody, because churches are weird to her.
She gives
But
you a
hey.
smile back and nods.
How does Ismark look? Handsome and disheveled with morning hair?
Pretty much.
Nice. Dibs.
Dang.
He actually
I mean, to be fair, I started the campaign with
Truly.
my floppiness, so
he rings up before you guys leave. He says, "Hey, maybe we could maybe I can meet you at the inn later, all of you, and we could catch up on what to do next. I don't think hiding in a church here indefinitely is the ultimate answer."
same. And that sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Does the hopefully the food is better there than Father Petrovich has here? He kind of whispers to you guys.
Eh,
Edible.
Probably. More than likely.
maybe we'll have time to do some hunting as we're going off over the big bads today. I could do with
Wow.
something besides the wolf steak, spit and gamey.
Well, yeah, we
I,
could.
I think there's so much wolf steaks because that's all that are in the woods, but I'd be happy to be wrong.
You
Is
know,
there anywhere to fish around here? Ismark, father. Anywhere to fish?
Old Lake.
Yeah, the lake.
All right. All right. Well,
Lake
if we
with
end
the
up that way, what?
The lake that had the mysterious boat with the two people way out.
I forgot about the. Listen, there's
Yeah,
been so
yeah.
much crazy. I've forgotten a couple slices of it.
He says, well, if you go out on the lake, just be careful of the Mad Mage.
The what?
I'm always
Yeah.
careful of a Mad Mage.
Well,
I'm
we have
Yeah.
sort of a local legend of a Mad Mage of Mount Baratok. He shoots lightning bolts into the lake. We think that's how he fishes.
Huh.
We haven't seen him in a little while though. So maybe he's moved on.
Interesting.
So he's a local legend, but okay. All right. Well,
Well, I mean, I guess it's not a legend really. I mean, people have seen the lightning
okay,
bolts, and
that was my
so,
question. Thank you.
some hunters have claimed to have run into him at times,
Hmm.
but not outside of that. Not a lot of proof, I guess.
If you cast lightning in the water, do the fish come out cooked?
I don't know.
I'm honestly just curious, not trying to be smart.
It would have to make the water hot enough that it would boil. And
Oh,
start
you gotta
boiling.
boil it. All right. Okay. Anywho, nope. Just I live on the water. I've been eating on land critters lately. Got a craving. But let's head on to our next adventure, shall we?
Let's go.
I'll give you a gold piece if you tell me what it is.
Who, me?
Yep.
I don't need your money. She kind of looks sideways.
But then she like cups her hand out to the side.
In my defense, I was a horse for a lot of time yesterday. All right.
It was a lot of horse.
Thank you. I was running, and there were vampires, and my memory is not the greatest to begin with. So let's start walking, and you refresh me on what I'm doing next.
Oh,
The priest Father Petrovich will also add. If anyone has seen the Mad Mage, it would probably be Bluto, the town drunk. He's the only one who go in the lake lately, considering how dangerous it is.
Bluto.
That
Oh my gosh.
why is the lake dangerous?
The
Mad
because I
Mage.
mean, if you land anywhere on the edges of the lake, other than the dock up north, you're probably going to get attacked by wolves, and then random lightning bolts apparently.
Good.
And several fishermen over the last several months have gone missing along the lake or on the lake.
Good.
Fantastic.
I now see why all there
but
is wolf steak. I understand.
But Bluto, I mean, he just keeps going out every day, trying to catch something.
Man, he keeps coming back, so he's clearly doing something right.
Or he's just as mad as the Mad Mage, but they're together.
Or he's just so drunk.
Or he's the
It's a
reason why
superpower.
others don't come back.
All right, that's a
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Fair.
Right. If
Fair.
only we had Okli to speak drunk. We'll just have to make do.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate that, and we'll catch up later in the inn.
As Mark nods to you.
Out.
Are we gonna go to the lake? Let's all
Maybe.
go to the lake. Let's all go to the lake where there's an angry lady thing, Mad Mage thing.
All I can picture is Monty Python, Tim the Enchanter, just throwing those lightning bolts left and right.
So our overall goal is to find a way home. To get
Right.
those people that we left in the woods, hoping that they can survive while we're out investigating all this, back to where they belong.
Oh, good. That's right. I forgot we got fucking transport. Okay, I can't. Nope. Might just go be horse again. You lead the way. I'll follow.
Being a horse doesn't make the problems go away, though, unfortunately.
No, but it makes it a little. It could be a horse, or I could get drunk like some of our friends. So some of us cope in different ways. But That's neither here nor there.
That's our overarching goal. I think
Mhm.
some information we need may lie with Ismark and his sister, so we can pursue that more thoroughly when they meet us later at the end. So until then, we should make sure that we're supplied up if we need to be.
Mhm.
And then I am interested in the lake, more so for the possibility of a mage, because I feel like a mage could be useful to getting back home.
Oh, all right.
If there's some mystery we end up solving on the way, then awesome. But the goal is to find the mage. Another side thing, he points right at, is a guard out there watching them again, or the city watchman?
Yeah, he's like leaning against a building across the street.
He points right at that guy and says, and we need to figure out why he's following us this morning.
Tsuga
I'll
looks
go
at the
ask
guard
him.
and waves. Yeah.
When you point at him, he kind of jumps up, but then tries to act casual.
Just laugh out loud.
You're doing
not
great.
No. I'm gonna try. I would like to roll a persuasion and see. So you want to tell us why you're following us? Pretty please?
Okay. Go and roll.
No.
Say I will assist you.
Yeah, 14's not bad.
Oh.
How
No,
do
you
I
can still
do I-
assist. When she said
Yeah.
no, I'm saying don't necessarily discount a 14.
Oh no, I didn't say no. Oh no, I didn't say no. I was like,
Oh, okay.
sorry. That
He
was like,
he looks nervous and he says, "Well, the commander Isaac told me to follow you. That's all, and report back, whatever you do."
I don't think we're all that interesting.
Well then, and who is he? Where is he?
He's the party master, isn't he?
He's the weird arm guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ah.
bald, scary, weird arm. That guy, big axe.
do you have any idea why he's so interested in us?
I mean,
smile my most dashing of smiles, and I give him a
you
little wink.
guys are a big group of out of towners, maybe out of landers.
Didn't he think that maybe, saying hi was a better way as a sending a stalker after us? It's usually,
I
common courtesy.
I don't know what he's thinking. It's not my job to know what he's thinking.
I get the protocol. So do me a favor when your shift's over. We're going to the lake, by the way. Go back to Daddy and let him know that if he just wants to talk to us and see what we're up to, we are willing to do so, and we'll be taking dinner at the end. It'll save manpower just to talk to us.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Sounds great.
Cool. Heinrch spins around and starts walking towards the lake.
Have a
I
good
guess up the
day.
road, and then because you got to go up to here
Oh no.
to then
I
go
stepped
up
on you.
to
I'm so sorry.
here.
Yeah, people mostly just stay out of your way as you move through town. Every so often, someone gives you a stink eye. Oh, but a lot of people just ignore you. The guard continues following you as well. He stops at the edge of town, though, at the gate.
few times Heinrch will turn around and be like, "You need us to slow down, pal? You keeping up all right?"
Listen, we're only going so fast today because Okli's homesick.
Right.
Like, remember that.
We're not going to go too far, right?
He just
Oh,
shrugs
like-
at you if you. Yeah, so the lake is pretty much right as soon as you get to the edge of the map. Is the lake. So there's a pier that is at the end of the road that has 3 large rowboats attached to it.
There appears to be a pier.
Get out.
Ah. That was beautiful.
The lake is serene and calm with a mist rolling over it. You could faintly see trees through the top of the mist on the opposite side of the lake. The lake goes off to the east and the west as far as the eye could see, but you could see again near the edge of the. You could see some trees and mountains eventually in the distance on either side.
Aegis, can I do a nature check just as kind of like a vibe check? Like I would insight a person? Can I just nature the lake?
Sure.
This
Well,
lake is
not with
bad
that.
vibes only.
Hey, look, it's water.
Water.
It looks calm. Rolling dark clouds cover the landscape above it, of course. But they're not actively raining or lightning or anything.
Take a look around,
Are there
guys.
any-
I'm gonna make me a fishing pole.
Are there any recent tracks?
Yeah, there's tracks to and from the pier.
Oh,
Dum, ba-da-dum, 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 bum, bum.
Are there any boats out on the water right now?
yeah, where's the creepy boat?
Is there even a map? I need to refresh.
Ta-da!
Yeah, you could see a boat in the mist in the distance, Cirllia.
Okay.
A small dark blob.
Is it on the map there? It looks like a little grain of rice. Or is that just a ripple that I'm reading too much into?
That's just a ripple. It wouldn't be that big.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
That'd be freaking huge.
It's actually Titanic. We found it.
That'd be a large house sized or
Got
even
it.
bigger.
Oh, I forgot we changed scale. I'm fine. I'm doing great. Okie doke. Also, I don't know where I put my character. Everything's fine.
Yeah, Heinrich's making a rod and reel with his tinkering stuff, making a tool.
Nice.
Silney will dig through some of the soil to see if she can find some bait for the fishing rod. For like worms.
Sure. Give me a survival or a knowledge nature.
Uh,
I'll help.
yeah, which one?
Survival, please.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, pow!
Nice.
Hey!
You find some worm.
Look what I found, Heinrch! Worms! And I take them and I so graciously take one and just dangle it in front of his face. He's like, worm!
He looks
Nice
up from
big,
the
healthy worm.
nice. He looks up from the mirrored spinner bait that he was putting together. Says, oh, worms.
You know,
Cool.
she just throws it at him and walks away.
Wait, no,
And
don't.
I'll-
Wait. Give me that. That's a good one.
Fly me at
The night
satisfied.
crawlers are good for the big bottom feeder ones. Give me that. Don't.
Oh, that's
I'll-
okay. No, they're all over him at this point. Whatever I picked
I-
him
I
up,
just
I tossed all. So you just pick him up off of him.
I'm just peeling worms off Heinrich's great coat. Look at that one.
He is undeterred.
He's like, that's a weird way to make me hold bait.
This is
Need me to make
effective.
you a pail? Make you a little container?
No, you
I'm-
did good. You
Yeah,
did good.
mm.
You did good. You did good, Silney. We're fine. Thank you.
She just like shakes her fist in Heinrich's general direction and just like nods, shakes her head, and then just walks to go watch whatever Tsuga is doing.
I am also making a makeshift fishing rod, but it is probably much less impressive and much more rustic than Heinrich's machinations.
Going for bottom feeders, you basically need a rope and some sort of hook, and you are done. That is all you need.
Can I-
Here, I don't need your real world fishing knowledge here, sir. Sir.
I'm trying to find my ancestor dots in real life, going, what the hell do I do with a nightcrawler?
Just saying,
Alright.
while Heinrich's being fancy, like Tsuga knows the way to just do it without all this fucking flash bullshit.
Right. Tsuga's like, I will remind you all that I live in a swamp. So, yeah. Take bait, drop in water, pull up what you find, see if you can eat it.
And even if you can't, you can try.
Well, sure. I mean, try anything once. If it's got enough tentacles, it might not be worth the effort.
Or it might be. Hey,
Also, if
yeah.
you... Oh,
Sorry.
dope.
So you're able to make makeshift fishing rods. Heinrich's is a bit fancier than Tsuga's, of course.
His has an actual, like, reel. It's just a rope on a stick. I just fling over my head. Where did you find the gear? Did you just bring that with you all the time? You just have those bits?
He just finds them everywhere. He just everywhere.
Like you found the worms, he found mechanical equipment. I'm just like,
Worms aren't my specialty though. I got lucky. We're gonna be honest.
What?
He
no,
just
you did.
I think he bleeds gears. Like seriously, I think he bleeds.
Or does he keep him in the hat? Is that why he's got the big hat all the time?
I never asked really.
Mm.
That's a good question.
He
I
just
just
smiles and
assumed, why-
casts.
You know, to be honest, Silney, I half expected him just to start shooting at fish if he saw one. So I'm surprised there's a rope and reel at all here.
He loves his boom thing, but like, nah, he ain't that.
Well, it seems like-
He's not that barbarian with it.
Well, and it's a big old. I mean, I don't know how big the fish are in this lake, but if they're not big enough to take a bullet, you're just gonna blow them into fish sticks.
Hey, pre-cut, preserved.
But if they are big enough to take a bullet, I have it because we'll need it.
Yeah, then I'd just say keep
Yeah.
it ready because if they're big enough to take a bullet, I might need some help in pulling it in.
It's true.
So who's good with
So
the
what do we
rowboat?
roll for? What do we roll for fishing?
Survival.
Oh, I can do that.
Yours is definitely survival. If you got a tool, you
Son of a
usually
biscuit.
use whatever corresponding attribute with your tool and then your proficiency mod. But you're just survival.
Yeah, if you have a profession or a relevant profession or a relevant tool, yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah, no. So I just have survival in nature, and I'm not impressing myself with my rollings.
I mean, it's okay. It happens to the best of us.
How long are you guys staying on the shore trying to fish?
I'm not planning to kill the day here. I'm just kind of, going along with the group and basically just fishing as we're kind of keeping an eye on the rest of the lake and investigating and waiting to see if anything weird happens. But that's just my soft plan. Tsuga's just excited to be near water for the first time in a while and enjoying fishing.
He's just doing a couple of casts. He knows he needs to get out on the boat. That's why he said anybody good with a rowboat.
I mean, I could row. I'm strong.
I'm athletical, so I could also athletical. Me strong. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not either of those things, but I'll give it a go.
All right. So how big are these rowboats?
They could probably hold 6 very tightly. No one should stand up at that point. You'd be safer with 3 or 4 people.
Okay.
About 5 of us.
Yeah, there's 5 of us. Do we want to? Is there only one rowboat?
There's
There's
3. You could, I
there's
mean,
3.
you could still operate these two or even 1 man technically.
Let's go 2 boats.
Okay.
I agree.
All right, I'll row Heinrich's boat so that he can fish.
I don't think he's here for fishing. Solely.
And other stuff.
Um,
Investigating.
Then
Right?
I'll go on the boat with whoever else would like me to row. So I'm a boat rower, and yeah, on a boat. Hey.
I'll hop in behind Silney because I'm going to keep fishing until I get words to do otherwise.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to hold on tight, baby. What?
If I call you Ismark, just go with it.
I mean, I can roleplay. That's fine.
Clearly.
All right, you guys start rowing out onto the lake.
Cirllia, you want to come with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Do some fishing on our way out. Nope. I don't think there's any fish in here.
I was about to ask. Oh, did I get one? What's the DC on fish?
You do catch onto something.
Uh-oh. I don't like the way you said that.
It feels heavy.
Oi, I got something. Oi, keep the boat still if you can.
All right, I stop and I make it as stable as humanly possible, knowing nothing about boats.
Yeah. So since I have just the rope on a stick, I just put my staff under my knee to hold it steady and start pulling on the rope with my bare hands, coiling it into the boat.
Don't coil it at your feet or wrap it around your hands.
Yeah. Thank you. Not my first boat rodeo, but thank you. I do it slowly since I know that I'm in a weird place in a crazy world, and I keep an eye on what it seems to be I'm pulling up.
I also do I notice
it's a lot heavier. Oh yeah, you could tell that she's pulling something up. Whatever it is, it's a lot heavier than a
Silney, I don't think I've got a fish. I think I've got something else.
Okay, I reach over and help her.
Bet you it's a body, he says to Scar.
All right, you know what? Well, you come over here and you keep an eye too. Who can see farther into the water? I don't know.
Have dark vision.
I do too. How soon can we see something with a 60-foot dark vision?
Yeah.
If it helps, I have 300 foot of dark vision.
Hey,
There
do
it is.
you see anything there? Super eyesight, lady?
You gotta think. There's not just a light thing. It's also a sense thing.
Yeah, there's
right.
Distorted and weird, but
so you can't see very deep into this lake. It's very dark, and like you said, it's not just light issues. There's a lot of dust in the silt in the water. Several rivers feed right into this lake, so
I'm gonna take my rope and grappling hook.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna chuck it down where I see her line going down and drag it.
I like
see
it.
if I hook into something.
Thanks for the help.
Of course.
Sure. You also catch on to whatever she's pulling up, and you guys pull it up together. As it moves towards the surface, it is a body.
God
Good.
damn
Called it.
it.
Well,
I
Uh,
definitely stutter in my rope pulling when I realize that and look at Heinrich like, not what I was expecting. Now what?
you really? I mean, of the things to expect, I'm kind of not
Well, I'm not exactly surprised, but I'm not happy either.
fair. Fair. Can I? Is there anything I can tell from the body, like what it was, maybe what
So
happened?
as it reaches the surface, it seems like the body is pretty degraded at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Past the point of just being bloated, most of the outer skin has worn away, and it's just meat on bone at this point in
Gross.
time. Waterlogged meat on bone, that is.
Ugh.
It does. Its arms are crossed at its chest, like it's holding something.
Hmm.
Like
Can
a
I?
s-
Oh, go ahead.
no,
Sorry, you cut out.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say you said it looked like it was holding something.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, I think it's holding something.
All
Phil,
right,
help me
well,
pull it into the boat.
Okay. I will help pull it into the boat.
All right, you're able to pull into the boat. It looks like it was a man, probably by the height and build. There are no facial features left, really.
Gross.
Most of the head and the face has been looks like it was eaten away. Maybe it is holding some sort of sack or something against his chest. And as you examine it, its back looks heavily burnt, like it's all black. It's not charred or crispy because it's been waterlogged, but it's all black, like well, it could be fungus, but as you could tell, it was probably burnt.
I'm going to go out
Maybe
on a
hit by
limb.
lightning.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this was not a boating accident.
No.
What gave that away?
I'm going to look in the sack. I bet there's weights like stones or something.
Hmm.
You open
Oh,
the
sorry.
sack.
Wait. The sack is tied to their hands, like they were forced to hold it.
No, as you pull his arms apart, it looks like he was just holding it and died that way, and like forced held that position.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. You were saying we're opening the sack. Go ahead.
So you open the sack, and there is a large book in there.
Ooh.
It is a weight.
Mm-hmm.
Flip through the book.
It is a large, heavy book. On the cover, it doesn't look degraded. In fact, as you're surprised, it's none of the ink or anything is running. It looks like it's in pristine condition still, even though it is wet. It has four base elemental symbols of our arcane symbols scribed in the front in gold leaf. And you try to open it, and it has a latch on it.
Shall I roll an Arcana, or should I assume this is a wizard spell book?
You can roll an Arcana for that.
Banana.
This looks like a wizard spell book. Yes.
Man,
Crit, 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 crit.
I do believe this is a wizard spell book.
You're pretty damn certain of that. Great. So do we take the parent water wizard back to town or put him back where he was?
Um,
Uh, I'm not sure what bringing him back to town's going to do.
I didn't know if maybe there's somebody there that wanted to bury him.
I'm gonna check the body to see if there's anything else that might identify them to somebody. Any kind of jewelry or necklace, or if there's anything left of their clothes, if there's anything in a pocket.
Their clothes are pretty much degrading away. Well, you find a few coins in a pocket. We'll say 7 copper pieces.
Mm.
Rich.
In the other pocket, you find some bait, like cheaply made bait.
Gotcha.
This may have
Not
been
as
lightning.
fancy as not as fancy as Heinrch.
This may have been lightning. Make him seize up, his muscles seize so tight that it held on to that bag, and that even especially in the water.
Mm.
But that's the body's too far gone to do anything other than speculate.
Mm.
I would say there's fish in here though. Something's been eating them.
Well, yeah. I mean, I see he's got pockets full of bait. Is it irony that he himself is the bait now? Is that what irony is? I was never sure.
I think
Kind
that
of.
might be it.
Yeah.
Ah, well, I learned something today.
I once
So,
heard a poem that was called Irony, but nothing in it was ironic. And I think that was the irony.
Indeed.
Huh.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take my line off the dead fella here. So if I could just get my hook back out of whatever body part this used to be.
We'll
Gross.
pull it out.
Yep. Thanks for your help.
You can talk amongst each other. I need 5 minutes, or not even 5, like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So what do we do with this fella and his book?
Well, the book we keep for sure.
The
I mean-
body,
Mhm.
we put it back.
I don't know. So if it was lightning from the Mad Mage, wait, do we think this is the mage, or that the mage killed him by accident or on purpose?
I don't
Well,
know. He's
that-
been down here for a while, it feels like.
Well, I think the mage it's a person, but it's also kind of a legend. So
That's
he could
true.
have been the mage, and people keep saying they see him, even if.
All right. So do we need to find the drunk fisher guy and see?
Yeah, he's
see
probably
what
out on
he
the
would-
boat that we're headed to.
Mhm.
Ah. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Tell you what,
roll this guy back in.
might as well.
Yeah, I don't really feel like keeping him, you know?
No,
Oh.
I'm not excited about that. And give him back to the fish, right? Might as well.
Catch and release.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to pay for his bed at the end anyway.
No.
God damn it, Star.
All right, we ready to heave ho, Heinrich?
Sure. And he rolls it
All
over.
right.
Well,
Yep, yep.
So, did you want to say something? You say things a lot for people like this.
He had a really cool spell book.
He
And
truly
he's been
did.
dead a while. So hopefully he's sleeping.
Now he's fish food. Snaps. Snaps.
I hope that even though he is out of the night lady's view, that he finds rest.
See, that was the nice thing that I was expecting. Thank you. Lovely. Anyways, all right. Do we wait to open the spell book till we get to shore? I'd hate for it to just go off or something when we're.
Oh yeah, I'll mess with the spell book back at the end.
All right. Yeah, if that thing's just loaded with lightning, I don't really want to. Can that happen with a spell book? Can it just go off? I should know, shouldn't I? I don't
It would
know a
ha-
whole lot.
It would have to be enchanted to do so. Well, you shouldn't
Huh.
necessarily know. You're not a practitioner of the arcane arts.
Right? And all my spells are nature related and have a purpose, and they're not, anyways, not a mage.
Well, mine have a purpose, but they're not nature related. Well, there's fire.
Fire
Right.
has a
I'm back,
purpose.
by the way.
Oh.
So
We said
where
some
are you headed
words and rolled the body back in. Now we're headed to the boat in the distance.
All
I'm
right.
gonna fish one more time.
So, all right,
Yeah.
go ahead. Give it
19.
There you go. If you find another
Nice.
body, we're leaving.
well. So again, that's something heavy.
Oh no.
This leg sucks.
Watch, it's the same body.
I would definitely cast in a different place. If I'm
It
having
shifted.
if I'm having a hard time reeling it up, then I'll go back to my grappling hook and rope.
My current is crazy.
All right. Well, after reeling for a while and pulling it in with a grappling hook and rope, another body does float to the top.
All right, what in the actual? No,
Okay.
this is not okay. This is not okay. I don't like this lake. I want
I
to go home.
swear when we arrived, I said they're probably dumping bodies when we saw the boat
You
out
did.
there.
No, I heard you. I just didn't realize you were a prophet. I don't know. I don't like it. I want to go home. I just wanted a damn fish to broil with some onions, and instead I got 2 dead people. Bullshit.
No, see, he's not psychic or anything like that. He's just observant.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Realistic.
observe something about this one. How dead is this one? I mean, it's
So
dead.
this
That's not what I meant.
This one is wearing a dress and has long hair. Is about the size of a young girl. Her clothing it looks Vistani in origin.
Oh, I like
She,
them.
she has long dark hair, and her facial features are relatively intact. Like she's maybe only been dead for a day or so.
Oh.
Now this could be useful.
Not sure I like the way you said that, but I think I understand what you meant. Does she have
Harbor-
any marks on her that might indicate anything?
She's tied at the hands and feet, and there is a weight attached to her feet as well. A big
fuck.
rock.
Safe to assume some manner of foul play.
Yeah,
Perhaps
looks pretty dimensional.
it would foster goodwill with the Vistani if we were to return her to them.
I agree.
Same.
Perhaps that might
Yeah, but that's not
give them cause to help us with our issues.
True.
I do think we need to be a little bit delicate in taking her back there, though, right? Let's not just roll up with her over her shoulder or something. Eh?
Of course.
I mean, she'd
Alright.
be in a cart. I don't want to carry her.
All right. Well, we're 2 for 2 on buddies. Are we done fishing for the day, or what's the next move now?
To continue going out to that boat. Out there, out yonder.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure I'd want to eat a fish that I fished out of here at this point. So
Well, they've had a protein-rich diet. Yeah, they're probably kind of gross, though.
Cirllia makes a mental note to not eat any fish here. Ever.
This place is broken.
that's why I don't eat
Order.
any of the seafood caught at the docks in Waterdeep. Same situation.
They've all got a human toe inside them.
More than likely.
I want to cast again, but I'm afraid what I'll find next time. Apparently, a good roll just means body.
What are the chances, though? Right? Right?
Well, when you say it that
I
way,
mean, the third time's the charm.
oh, it's a smaller. Maybe it's just I don't know, a trout. Something.
You do
Damn.
not catch anything.
Okay. All right. Well, apparently this lake has no fish, just bodies.
No.
And done. I just reel it in and make a little knotted rope on the back of the rowboat.
Alright. So making our way
So you keep
towards the
Mm-hmm.
you keep it. All right. Eventually, you come to the mist and pull up next to a rowboat. There's a man with a ragged old trench coat and a wide-brimmed hat pulled down over his eyes, his fishing rod out in the water, uh, firmly between his legs, and he looks like he's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Excuse me, Mr. Sleeping
Uh,
Man, sir.
he shakes awake. Can I help you?
Y- Yes, good morning.
Oh,
Um,
good morning. He starts to look around at your two boats full of well-armed people.
sorry, we aware. I am aware of what this looks like. I apologize. We just have a few questions, and we realize that you're probably the only one that's out in the middle of this lake at the moment. So, good morning.
Probably.
Have you caught any fish?
No.
Do you ever catch any fish?
Very rarely.
Have you caught anything else?
No. Just maybe some debris once in a while.
Wait, we just have all the luck there, don't we, Heinrich?
You had luck?
I think I misspoke.
Not fish.
No.
Not fish.
Oh.
Um. So, my train just derailed. Somebody help.
Sir, do you know the story of the Lightning Mage fella around here?
Oh yeah, the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok. Everyone
Yeah.
knows the story.
Could you tell? I mean, so we're not from around here, in case that weren't clear to you. Can you tell us the story?
Oh, there's a Mad Mage in the woods up north.
Good story.
He'll kill you if you go up there.
Huh.
Well, I guess not always, because there's hunters and they've talked to him. But he shoots lightning bolts in the water, kills all the fish.
So what motivates him to kill somebody who comes to visit him or not? How does he decide?
I don't know.
Okay,
I've never talked to anyone who he killed.
you got a point there. Tsuga looks at the rest of them and kind of shrugs, like, I'm out of ideas.
You ever pull any bodies up?
Bodies? No.
Insight.
Thank you.
You're not sure if he's lying, but he's being evasive all of a sudden.
You put any bodies in?
Oh,
What? No.
Then
The problem
What-
is,
what-
people say you're the only one that comes out here, and we found 2 bodies already. So if you're the only one that comes out here, then you're probably the one putting the bodies in there. So if you didn't kill the people and there's an innocent reason why you would have, you should probably just tell us, so we don't have to assume that you're killing people and putting them in the lake.
Well, I couldn't kill anybody. Look at me.
site?
yeah, that doesn't mean anything. We don't know you or what you could do.
It's better if you just tell us the truth. What's going on?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What have you pulled out of here that's unusual to bring you here every day?
I mean, once in a while I catch a fish. There's not much work in town.
To sit in the middle of a boat to occasionally catch a fish is where people have been going missing. People are dying, and you just sit out here every day for no real reason because there's nothing better or safer to do. You don't strike me as a man that doesn't value their life. So perhaps you could just tell me why you're out here all the time. Like, for real, please? Persuasion? Please?
Nice.
For real, I'm trying to catch fish.
Do you catch enough to feed yourself out here?
Usually I just sell them.
Okay, that didn't help. All right.
I feel like there's something he's not saying, but if he doesn't want to answer our questions, we can just let the girl's family know to come and ask him.
No, that works.
We'll let the authorities know about, all the bodies and the only
Oh, for
person
sure.
that comes out onto the lake, and
Mm-hmm.
how everything's pointing right at him. All right, we won't take any more of your time.
So
Good luck.
what girl's family?
You want to look at my catch of the day?
Mhm.
Do you like motion towards it?
Yeah, he gestures to the boat, to inside his boat.
All right, he kind of like leans over and then gets white in the face. He's like, "Oh my. You pulled that out of the lake?"
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
But I feel like there's something you know. But if you don't want to talk to us, it's fine. The girl's family's going to have questions. We will let them know to talk to you because you're out here every day. So there has to be something that you know or something that you've seen.
Well, that's not fair. There's hunters that are out in this woods.
Yeah, but
And
they're
maybe
not
the
on
Mad
the lake.
Mage did it. Maybe the
They're
Mad
not.
Mage did it.
Yeah, but the hunters and the mage are not on the lake, partnered all day, every day. The lake wherein we've pulled 2 bodies just this morning. So you're the one that they're going to come ask, and you can either deal with us, who are fairly reasonable and rational, or you can wait until the angry, grieving family comes to take whatever justice they go for. And believe me, I have seen mob justice pretty recently. It's very messy. There's lots of fire.
She's Vistani, isn't she? She looks Vistani to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
big family.
I even said please. So, I mean, I'm
You
already
did.
doing. Yeah, see? I was nice.
That's growth.
It is gross. Oh, you said growth.
Thank you.
I mean, Heinrch, I'm gonna throw more worm at you.
What was the other body that you found?
I don't see why we should be telling you stuff, because clearly you didn't see nothing, so
Mhm.
I don't know why it would matter to you.
Maybe I know him.
Sorry.
Do you know the Mad Mage? Like, have you interacted with him?
No, not directly.
Have you seen any of the people that have been struck by the lightning he summons?
I figure some of the maybe some of the other fishermen or hunters.
But you haven't seen it.
Yeah, wait a minute. How
No.
does that work? You've never seen the mage. However, he's known to come down to the lake and blast the fish right on out of it. And you're here, again, most days, most of the day. So
Well,
you've
most
got
days
either...
lately.
Oh, and he hasn't blasted the fish out in a while, huh? He's just been a local legend up until the last couple weeks?
I think the last sending was a couple months ago, actually.
That was useful. Thank you. Do you know of anybody who did have personal dealings with the Mad Mage?
I think there's a couple trappers in town. They hunt wolves, hang out at the inn.
You know their names or have a decent description?
They wear wolf pelts. They got bows and arrows. You'll know them when you see them. Slodar, I think is the name of one of them, and I can't remember the other's name. But they do a lot of the wolf trapping in town or around town.
Heinrich looks to the others. Well, that's all I got.
Me too.
He keeps kind of like looking over at the girl's corpse, like with like a genuine curiosity.
Have you seen this girl before?
No.
Insight.
Insight?
I will assist.
What's this?
How's that?
He's being deceptive.
I kind of lean on my staff and lean as far as I can before making the boat rock. You sure you've never seen this girl before? You want to think about that one, Mr. on the lake all the time?
Yeah, no, never seen her before.
All right, and is there a good reason you're lying to me, or just the bad ones?
Nothing gets
I don't
past
know.
her. Oh
I
no,
don't know what
you
you're talking about.
All right, listen. Heinrich, you like experiments, right? I've got enough ice magic, but I don't remember if ice really sinks or floats, or at least if I freeze a human body and we drop it in the lake, you think it'll float face up or face down?
There's a lot of variables there, but I wouldn't put that weight on yourself. All I know is the Vistani I met before we got taken here. There are some guards who treated one of theirs inappropriately, and we found those guards' bodies.
Mhm.
They weren't left in
So-
very pretty condition.
So I'm sure when we go and tell the Vistani that we found this girl in the lake where this guy always is, and he was lying to us about knowing her, then they're just going to handle it. They're going to handle it.
Yeah.
So we're going to get out
And
of
we'll
here.
see him the next time we go fishing.
Maybe.
You Scarf,
Enjoy your
you
day.
just have the best. The best. I just love hanging out with you, Scarf.
Mhm.
Catch and release. You're funny. All right, take us back to shore, would you, my rowboat captain?
Row, row, row.
Bye.
Really
Bye
down the
now.
way.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye now.
Mhm.
Bye.
Mhm.
Okay. After you get a little further away, he starts rowing to the opposite side of the lake.
Huh.
Hmm.
So we're
The wolves could be.
Do we want to like low-key follow him?
I do.
I mean, the Vistani will take care of him, but whatever you'd
True,
like.
but who's he going to tell in the meantime? Is he going to go to the Christ
is-
Mage house?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mad Mage.
I'm pretty sure the Mad Mage we just put back in the water. But mean, it could be.
Oh, right.
Mm.
That's you're smart.
I'm pretty sure if you guys want to do a stealth mission, it would have to be without me.
And without me, unfortunately.
Well, I mean,
I am not stealthy at all. I mean, listen to me, and I shake my body a little bit, and I
Okay.
go clingy, 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 clingy.
you're a bit shiny.
I'm down for tracking him.
Tabaxis are natural silent people.
And natural trackers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the two of you could take the girl back and get that ball rolling, and others of us could follow that ball where it's disembarking.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
It works for me.
Heinrich, are you in the mood to follow or to deliver bad news?
I don't think following's a good idea, period. And
Why not?
they can't get the ball rolling on the girl because that involves the trip out to the Vistani, which is not a brief thing. Because we don't know the lay of the land. He's going into fully wolf-infested woods and going without our full strength into wolf-infested wolves and unknown land where there may or may not be a Mad Mage and definitely could be the vampire spawns that we chased out of town and whatever intelligent wolf has been hunting us for miles and miles. It just doesn't seem like a smart idea.
Okay,
So let's
well,
find the Vistani.
So, okay, like when you listed out all like that, all right, it does sound pretty bad, but hear me out.
Right. Tsuga crosses her arms and is standing in the boat that's like gently rocking and the waves going like, well, fine then. Makes sense a whole bunch, why don't you?
He does that a lot. It's kind of infuriating, but he's right.
No, it's usually good ideas, and as long as there's not, emotional things happening, he's quite helpful. So, all right, so I'm gonna mark visually where I'm gonna watch the fisherman get out of the boat, like where he lands, and try to memorize where it is based on certain trees or bushes or flowers or something on that side of the lake, so that we can follow up where he disembarks later if we so choose.
From this distance, it's hard to do through the mist, but he lands near the central river feeding into the lake, we'll say.
Okay, that's enough that I'll have a starting point to look for tracks and whatnot, or a boat slip if we go that way later. Thank you.
And we're rowing, and we're rowing. And I'll chance. I'll chance one
you
more
make back to
cast.
shore, no problem. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Please just be a fish or a boot, even at this point.
Hey, Tsuga, you sure you don't want to go fishing one last time?
Oh, why not? We're we're rowing back slowly and peacefully at this point. Might as well
So
see.
what it is, it's fighting you. It's definitely moving though, unlike just dead weight.
Huh.
I got something. I'm gonna say alive, but take that with a grain of salt. It's moving.
It's alive to some degree, at least. I hope.
Alive
He's
until proven
cranking
otherwise.
it.
Gross.
As you pull up, it looks like an eel, a
Oh.
very nasty eel.
How big is
It's
it?
got big. It's got blackish. Well, it's black and has like spines running down its back and big gnarly teeth. You caught it in the side of its cheek, so it couldn't get the teeth onto the line. But if you try to pull this in, it's going to try to bite you. It's snapping at the air.
Nobody wants to eat this, right?
No.
No.
I mean,
No.
you can, but they're a lot of work and lots of little bones, so it's fine if you don't feel like reeling it in.
It just looks like it's going to try and eat us.
Yeah, I don't want to
yeah,
kill it if I don't have to, so I'm going to cut the line.
that's all right. Yeah, that's nope.
I cut the line. He can have my spinner. He earned it.
He goes straight down, back down to the darkness.
Was that despite being scary and spiny and weird, was it still a normal type of fish for this area?
You have no idea what a normal type of fish for this area is, but
All right,
you've never
fair.
seen a freshwater eel that was that big and scary before.
It's a vampire eel. Okay.
It's a nope fish.
It's a hard nope fish. Did I get anything with my dirty 20 cast?
You pull up a boot with a foot still in it.
Hey,
I quit.
Hey,
Stupid.
Tsuga. Hey,
I
Tsuga.
quit.
Hey,
No.
Tsuga. No,
What?
Tsuga. Would you like to have some fajitas?
I throw it at you. Quit. I'm done.
Sure. I hold like the boot and I just jiggle it at her. Look at fresh fajitas.
I flick the quarterstaff with the wet lake water rope at you.
I toss the. Does anybody want to keep this?
Yeah.
Before I toss it back.
That looks like a decent catch. How big is it? About a foot?
Yeah.
I'm done. No, I'm done. All of you, I'm.
Is there
Someone's
anything
getting
special about the boot or anything with it before I toss it back into the water?
Yeah, what about
It
the
looks
boot?
like it's a rather nice boot, like not like fancy, but just well-made boot.
It's a shame there's only one of them.
right.
We could keep fishing.
I'm done. A body and a body part. I'm done. I'm 2 for 2. I'm done. You got the nightmare eel and a body. This lake is stupid and it's cursed. And I'm going back to get as drunk as Okli is. I'm done. Nope. Nope.
Then I think I'm just gonna put the feet up. Lake.
Oh.
And I toss the foot and boot into the.
Nothing to
into the
joke
lake.
about.
A boot.
Oh my god.
Sir.
All right, you toss it back in.
Sir.
Don't get that tone with him. You know you.
He's exceeded his threshold right now.
Oh no.
We've crossed.
That's impossible.
That's
that
true.
doesn't
It is
exist.
impossible. It doesn't.
I have a
Did he
permit.
touch
Says
the
I do
line
what I
or just
want.
step right over?
That's my permit, and you took it out of my pocket.
Yeah, because I can do what I want.
Now tell me, did he toe the line or just step right over it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, are we at shore now so I can get out of the body part body part of water? I got nothing.
No problem. You're back ashore.
Speaking of
Alright.
water, I hope they have like wells attached to aquifers that aren't part of the lake.
Some kind of filtration or something. Yeah.
Do you really want to investigate into that further?
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't want to know. I'm just hoping.
Mm.
Cirllia makes a mental note to start preparing create water.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have to rent a cart.
Mm-hmm.
And probably some horses so we can make this trip as quickly as possible.
Right. Well, I don't know what all. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought I could summon beast, but it's small beast only. So a pony.
No, summon a corgi.
Ah! It's not going to pull a dead body, I don't think. We'd need a Tibetan hound or something at least. Tibetan mastiff at least.
Not with that attitude.
I'm sorry. I'll just keep summoning corgis until we have enough to pull the cart.
There we go.
All right, good. We'll get there. 37 corgis later, we roll into town. It took 7 days because I don't have any spell slots.
Mush, mush, mush.
Oh, dead bodies are funny. Okay.
Let's get us a tarp and cover her up. Get us that cart and horse. Well, like I said, we'll need some horses because we need to cover ground. So we'll do it the old-fashioned way with coin. Go to the Vistani. You all can do the talking. Get back here in time for dinner.
Which is going to be wolf steak because we didn't get an eel.
That's all right. All right. Lead the way.
Yes.
We have something to. Oh,
I have a bedroll in my kit. We can wrap her in that, and I'll just wash it.
right, but like we need to get the cart and get it here, or else we're dragging the body.
I mean, how big is she? Can take turns carrying her?
It's a young girl, so you can carry her. I think if you could probably carry her.
Just looking conspicuous as hell. Just
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
probably.
I mean, probably clear that we didn't do it, I should hope.
Well, I don't mind going to get the cart and bringing it back to you guys so that we can transport her.
That sounds great, pal.
All right, I'm off to find the cart rental place.
Ooh, I could go with and come back as the horse.
Well, remember, we need multiple horses. But yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. All right, Scarf, do you want help or you got this?
Scarf, how much gold you got?
That's a great question. Let me take a look.
You have one. Okay. I will give you 5 gold.
All right, Scarf takes it.
Try not to spend all of it.
Will do. And don't worry, I will get a receipt.
Attaboy.
Absolutely.
I'll go with Scarf.
Sounds good.
Okay. So as you come back to the gates of town, Isaac is there with a small contingent of guards.
Hello.
Hello, traveler. I never caught your name.
Cirllia.
And Scarf.
He nods to you both. I'm going to need you and your group to come with me.
Is there a
We need
problem?
we need to question you about what happened last night. The church was attacked by vampires, and apparently the coffin maker had something to do with it. We need to know what his involvement was so we could properly punish him. Also, the Baron wants to thank you for your service to Vallaki.
That's very kind.
We have some business to take care of first, and we've got to get a cart back to our rest of our group, but then we will come do that.
What do you need a cart for?
Because Silney twisted her ankle. And she wears very heavy armor. And we can't carry her. So it'd be easier for us to bring her back in a cart through town than it would be to have her hobbling through. It's a fairly large town.
I doubt you're going to be able to buy a cart here.
Maybe we can rent one?
Do you have one to lend us?
You were expected at the Baron's mansion by the end of the day. And he just walks away.
Of course.
The guard says, yeah, he's right. No one's going to have a cart to sell you. But you could go down to the store yard where people leave their belongings long term.
Would they have some horses too?
No, those would be at like a stable.
Will the stable sell us or rent us horses?
You could try the inn.
Okay, so the store yard for a
Yeah,
cart.
it's like stockyard.
Or stockyard for the
people.
cart.
Yeah, it's got a big fence around it. It's actually near the coffee maker shop, since I know you've been there. It's got wagons and it's got they've got carts and stuff like that. The people store stuff there, and he also has a general store. But if someone leaves something there and dies, he often just claims it.
I see.
So maybe he's probably the best chance to get any carts or anything.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why aren't you in charge? Because honestly, you're the most helpful person that I've encountered here.
I just told you where a place was.
Yeah, but that's more than some other people do.
Bare minimum, my boy. Bare minimum.
It's a low bar, but he's cleared it.
Fucking sailed over it.
The Baron's in charge, and the Baron puts Isaac in charge of things. That's just how it is.
I didn't mean to suggest that you supplant the Baron, but more like it would seem that he should have someone like you as his voice in the streets.
Oh well, thanks. But I don't think bringing that up is a good idea.
I won't. But if I'm ever asked who was exemplary here, then it's you. What was your name?
Bennett.
Thank you, Bennett. And also, what part of town would the Baron's mansion be in? Because we don't want to be late.
Directly south from here. You just take the main road, go a little past the inn, and then head south again. And you'll see it. It'll be on your right.
Thank you, Bennett. You're very helpful.
He gets a little red in the face. He's like, "Oh, thanks."
So shall we go to the inn first to get the horses?
Yes.
Awesome. To the inn.
Yeah, let's go see if we can rent or buy some horses.
Yep.
What time did he say we need to be at the mansion?
End of the day.
Okay. To the inn.
All right. So you head back down to here. This red building here. It's the inn.
I'm kind of surprised he said go to the inn for horses instead of stables.
Well, I think there's a stables at the inn, isn't there?
Nothing's stable in this economy.
All right. Didn't we say you were? Quotas.
At this point, it's about mid-morning or late morning, I'd say. You get down to the inn. I moved everyone else's tokens down here so you could at least like watch.
Thank you.
You go down up to the front door of the inn.
All right, let's talk to the innkeeper and see about renting some horses.
Okay.
You can actually say you're seeing a man about a horse.
Yeah.
As you come in, there's over to the right by the windows. You see two what are clearly trappers covered in wolf furs and their bows set against the wall next to them. There's a couple other patrons in here, and also the flamboyant elvish fellow who you talked to last night is at the bar.
Give him a nod.
He nods back to you. You come up to the bar, and a woman with dark black hair with some gray streaks in it is working the bar. She seems to have relatively nice clothes compared to most people here. And she looks up to you and says, "Ah, the out-of-towners. How can I help you?"
She'll smile. Say, good morning. I was hoping you might be able to help us or point us in the right direction on a few horses.
Oh, horses, huh? Let me talk to my husband. If any, we maybe have one. Are you looking to buy?
I mean, even just used for a day.
Yeah, just rent them.
We would expect some nice collateral for that. Let me talk to my husband, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
So she goes to their end of the bar and talks to the bearded man with his dark black hair with a graying beard, and he says they talk for a second, and then they both come back. I think I showed you in the Martyr Cops before.
Their picture, they look severe, but they didn't act severe when we interacted with them.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Just the Dread Realms that does that to people. Makes them look severe.
That's a beard.
Nice.
He's got.
Look at the kid's haircut.
You see the kids up on the balcony above, just looking down the room, kind of swinging their legs.
Looking down on us emotionally as well as physically.
So yeah, Erwin comes over and says, "Oh, I didn't catch your name last night."
I'm sorry. It's Cirllia. She'll extend a hand.
He takes it and he shakes it.
She gives him.
So we do have one horse. We would require collateral, but we also have a bit of a problem. And your group seems relatively competent. Is there any chance we could hire you to take care of our problem as well? We could actually just pay you in the horse.
Would be very interested in hearing more about the problem. But I wouldn't want to make a decision for the group as a whole.
So, to the west of here is the Wizard of Wines winery. My family actually runs it, but we haven't been able to get a. Well, it's all the wine in the region comes from the Wizards of Wines. We haven't been able to get a shipment from there, and some time now. And if you could go there and bring us back that shipment, we would quite appreciate it.
I can see where we'd certainly be interested in that. Yeah, absolutely. I'll talk it over with the group, and we'll see what we can do. You all have been very kind to us here, so we want to do what we can to help.
Of course. I guarantee it would lift the spirits of everyone in town. Everyone's a little on edge. We've had to crank up our prices a bit because of scarcity.
I understand. In the meantime, until I know whether or not my friends will accept the job, what kind of collateral would you be looking at to use the horse for a day?
Oh, I'd say half of whatever price we were going to sell it, plus a fee for rent.
What would be the sell price?
For a good horse in these parts, could go for 100 gold.
Crikey.
And Ninthpawn, I'm not sure if you're talking, but when you're queuing up, I just hear a background noise.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no worries. I just didn't know if you were trying to say something and it just wasn't coming through.
Well, we don't have that kind of gold. How about if I stay behind for collateral? Tabaxi are excellent bartenders. And once we get our group back, we'll be happy to spring on them the shipment that you need returned.
I'm not really in need of a bartender right now.
What do you need?
My wine.
And that is our next plan, is to get the wine. But we have one of our group members is injured on the outskirts of town, and we need a horse and a cart to get her back into town.
Well, how about this? For 10 gold, I'll walk the horse out there and help you transport them back. And if I'm with the horse, then you don't need to leave any collateral.
That's a pretty... It seems a little steep to just walk with us out there and then back.
Well, that was the 10 gold was going to be the rental price. The collateral would be half of the sale price. You know what? I feel like I could trust you, and you're going to be taking care of a problem for us, right?
That is our plan. We will bring it up to the group, but don't see why we wouldn't help you.
I'll return 5 of the gold to you after if you decide to take up our. So it'll only be 5 gold.
All right. And do you have a cart?
We have a small cart.
All right, great. We will do that then.
You want to rent the cart too? I take it.
Yes.
Yes.
He kind of chuckles at you. All right. Well, we'll say 2 gold for the cart.
Cirllia will give the 2 gold for the cart.
And I'll give him the 5 gold to rent the horse.
All right. He says, let's make this quick so we can make it back to the lunch rush. He takes off an apron and puts it underneath the counter and leaves through a back door. He says, I'll meet you around front with the horse in the cart.
All right.
I misunderstood. I thought he said he trusted us, so he was going to let us borrow the horse and cart by herself.
Oh, no. He said he trusted that you're going to take the job, so He reduced the price. He meets you around front, like 10 minutes later, with a nice riding horse with a cart attached. It's a small cart, but it definitely hold a body.
One body-sized cart, please.
Ta-da!
Says, where are we heading?
Well, we're heading to the lake. You don't happen to have a tarp, do you?
Yes. What do you need a tarp for?
I think we're fine.
Okay. Never mind. We don't need a tarp.
He starts heading up the road to the.
Okay. Let me give a sideways look at Scarf. Scarf, why don't you go ahead and let them know that we're going to be there and tell them to get, help Silney start getting ready.
I will do that. And I rush off ahead of the cart and, all of that.
Cirllia, give me a perception test.
Okay.
Oh. Fart.
No.
Yep.
Poop.
So as you're heading up the road, Erwin will look over you and say, so what are you really trying to move? I really can't believe that one of your own needs a cart to move through town.
We found a girl in the lake. We want to take her back to her family.
Do you know who her family?
We're pretty sure it's some of the Vistani. Based on what she was wearing.
So you know where the Vistani encampment is outside of town?
I didn't know there was one that close, actually. Or wait, did he say cabin or encampment?
Encampment.
I believe so. Unless they've moved.
No, the encampment, it's where it's always been. It's kind of their central base of operations, from what I understand.
So yes, our friend is fine. But we really just wanted to try and get this girl back to her family so they can pay her the proper respects.
Have you met with the Vistani leader yet? He's kind of a harsh man.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think his name is Aragal.
Aragal?
Yeah, Aragal.
No, I can't say that I've met him.
Beat the Worgen.
Oh.
And his brother is Luvash.
The name is.
They run the Vistani operations in this area, I guess.
I see.
Wait a minute, you're gonna take my horse and cart to the Vistani camp?
Oh, jeez.
He like this just kind of just dawned on him. Oh.
Not in the camp. To the outskirts.
Oh, I'll come with you, but yes, we're going to stop out before the Dusk Elf cabins.
Okay.
All right, you get up to the edge of the lake.
I've gotten up to the edge of the lake.
Yeah, you would have gotten there first, of course.
Okay, well, I explained to the group that he's coming with Cirllia and the horse and cart, and he thinks we're actually, because Silney's injured her leg, so we may have to do some creative negotiating when he gets here.
Huh.
So,
All right.
why would they think that one of us had a hurt leg and we wouldn't just heal it?
As when we came into town, we were questioned by the guy with the hook hand.
Oh.
Or not a hook hand. You know, the big guy.
Yeah.
And at the time, it seemed like a good excuse to give him instead of that we found a body.
Well, hopefully the innkeeper's an idiot.
I think it's safe to say he is. We'll be fine.
I'm so excited. Which one of us do they think is hurt? I'm sorry. Do we need to start limping, or are we just going to be like, hey, look, never mind, there's a body? Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, Cirllia told him that Silney was injured.
All right. Silney, here's my staff. Lean on it like a crutch, and let's see what happens.
All right. Let's go. I reach down and grab a like a rock, like a small pebble from the ground, and I just stick it in one of my boots. And then I take her cane, and then I make myself hobble. Because I know I'll forget to keep hobbling. So that's why the rock goes in my shoe.
I love that.
Big
Method
brain
act-
smart.
Yep.
Mhm. Real life strategy.
All right,
Can't
you
forget.
guys see Cirllia and Erwin Martikov coming up with a horse and a small cart.
Oh, thanks. Jeebus.
Cirllia will ask him if he can wait a second. She'll just go ahead and let her friends know that you know what's going on.
All right.
Thank you. She'll come up to the group. I'm not a good liar. He knows.
Oh,
Oh,
we were ready. We were prepared. Silney, show him
Shut
your limp.
up.
She was
But
ready.
oh, look at this limp. Look at this limp. And I do like a circle with like around the lake. Look at this commitment. I was gonna sell your lie.
That is magnificent. And I'm sorry I said that you were injured, but we were stopped by the guards as soon as we came back into town. They wanted us to go immediately for questioning. We said we couldn't because we had to get some stuff to help you get back away from the lake.
But wait, they still think I'm injured.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, then I got to keep the rock in my shoe as
No,
is.
you-
All right,
no,
I'm
you
Hold on
injured.
to the
If
rock.
they bought it, then we just shield
Shush.
you. It's simple.
Yes.
And I have a lot of doubt in the abilities of whoever is running the policing of this place if they believe that.
You got to take the fun out of everything. It was a good idea. Rock in the shoe. Why do you have to take all my glory? Just because I can't make fancy things with a fancy hammer and make things go boom.
Okay,
doesn't
real
mean-
guys, real important, real quick.
Yeah.
Also, the Baron. So the questioning is about the the coffin maker and like what kind of involvement he has in what happened last night, so they can decide how he's punished.
Oh.
And the Baron wants to personally thank us and has invited us to his manor, and we're supposed to be there by the end of the night.
Why does
Is
that
that
feel
the
like
trap?
a trap?
Is it okay? Good. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
So
where we're at right now.
I wave
So
at the
I don't know.
innkeeper. Hello, welcome to the party. Sorry, you were saying, Cirllia. I got excited because
He waves back.
Yep, today's as crazy as every other day.
So
Amazing.
he knows that we want to take the girl back to her family, but I think there's a closer camp than the one that we passed through
Mm.
on the outskirts of town. But he was saying Aragal is the leader there, and he's not a very nice man.
Well, I imagine even the nicest person is going to have some issue when you bring back one of their own who's dead. So, we'll have Heinrch talk to him.
Are we letting Heinrich talk to him?
Well, if he's already going to be cranky, what's the point?
I'm sure we can. We all have our talents, and we can
I can say please.
contribute to the very truthful story of what we know, and that we've returned this girl so that she can be interred in the way of her people.
I just love your energy. If I had half the patience you did, I'd be a much better person.
She's been traveling with Heinrich. She's had the chance to test it a little.
All right, that answers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I like when he's spicy when it's not directed at me.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great when it's directed at everybody but yourself. But when it's directed at you,
Right?
oh.
I'm equal
Heinrich,
opportunity.
we only had that one screaming match in the street, right? We're doing pretty good.
Sure.
Might even say we're almost friends. Shall we get the body in the cart?
I think that's a good place for a 5-minute.
Yes.
All right. We'll take a 5-minute right here.
I
We'll
like that
be
that's the
right
ending
back. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go nowhere. I am back. Stream is back.
I'm back.
My voice is mainly here, but fading. Soon, TM, the big Spelljammer game on the channel, is going to be going live. It's the 20th. It'll be our first session. And that's a Tuesday. It'll be opposite Tuesdays from the Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. And I'm really fucking stoked for it. I'm playing my Astral Elf Wizard Blade Singer. And he is the fucking business.
Nice.
It's going to be called Top Sales, Gallants, Royals, and Stars. We're pirates, but like the cheeky kind with hearts of gold. Well, at least for ourselves and defenseless people. Maybe not so much to other pirates or criminals, but definitely to innocent, nice people.
That ought to be a fun campaign.
Juan Solo is going to be playing a Tiefling Circle of the Stars druid.
Oh, cool.
Aegis is going to be playing in it. Sonata's Ending is playing my Astral Elf Wizard Blade Singer twin sister. And Soul's Haven is going to be playing an Air Genasi fighter. She's playing the subclass that I made, the Living Arsenal.
Sorry, subclass that you created?
Yeah. I homebrewed a subclass, so
Very cool.
it's a fighter. Their whole shtick is they get these weapon tattoos that they can summon forth into an actual weapon.
Oh, I love that.
And as they level, they'll slowly become magical weapons. And they have a versatility about them. They can change their fighting style, like on a long rest. Eventually, and they get other abilities, stuff, tattoo powers. Eventually, as well.
Yeah. So when they gain a new proficiency, do they have to get a new tattoo, or does it magically appear?
No, when they get so you start with only having the one tattoo, and you're a fighter, so you're proficient with all weapons.
Oh, okay. I never play a straight up fighter. I'm always something different. So
straight up fighters in 5th Ed are amazing and some of the strongest characters in the game.
Right on.
So definitely get yourself to try it sometime because I think you'll have more fun.
Yeah, I like whenever I was playing much more regularly, every time I had the opportunity to make a new character, I tried to pick something I'd never played before. Because, you know, we've all played with that person who like typecast themselves and only ever plays the one thing. And that's fine if that's satisfying and fun for you, but like there's infinite combinations in D&D. So I wanted to try a bunch of different things.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know if I ever did just like a straight up and down like fighter.
Let me see. I'm posting the link in the chat, but I'll just go over the stuff real quick. So you start out with the ability to tattoo yourself with the weapons, and that you're able to do that with one weapon immediately. So at level 3, when you take the subclass, you can do that. At level 7, 10, and 15, you can add an additional tattoo. So you'll be at a total of 4. And as a bonus action, you can summon the bound weapon stored in your tattoo to fight with. So the idea would be, as you get more tattoos, there would be different kinds of weapons, because you're all about adapting to the situation. Because at level 5 or 6, the living arsenal is able, once per short or long rest, you can change your fighting style. So if you have like the great weapon fighting, where you can reroll 1s and 2s on your damage die, but you're going to be, you have to be the shield wall for your group for the coming battle. You take an hour, you refocus your training. Now your fighting style switches to like defender or duelist or whatever. So you have that adaptation. At the next, I think it's level 7, your bound weapons. Your bound weapon becomes a +1. And later on, I think level 14, 12 or 14, it becomes a +2 magic weapon. And then the capstone of the subclass, which I think is 15, but I'd have to look again. You mastered the ritual of binding, so you can replace one bound weapon tattoo with a tattoo from the following list. One of them, Furious Might. It adds an additional 1d8 weapon damage to all your weapon attacks. So you take that tattoo with your other weapons, you're just better.
That's what I was just reading. I was going to ask you about that if you didn't cover it, the tattoo mastery. That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Ironside I like. When you aren't wearing armor, your AC is 14 plus your con mod. So if you don't want to be an armor person, but you want a good AC, that might be the tattoo you want to go for later in the game.
Yeah.
And Shadowfell Brand is actually in Tasha's. It gives you advantage on stealth. And let me see, it does some other things. It's pretty awesome. I have it on my Bugbear Assassin Gloomstalker.
Bugbear Assassin. I love that. Is that Tasha of Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
Yeah.
Fun.
So yeah, okay. So it gives you dark vision, advantage on stealth checks, and when you take damage, you can use your reaction to become insubstantial for a moment, having the damage you take. You can do that once a day.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that last part again. When you take damage, you what?
You can use your reaction to become insubstantial for a moment, having the damage you would take.
Okay, that's cool.
Once a day. Yeah.
That's just on a purely visual level. That's super cool too.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's my subclass that I wrote.
That's awesome. Now, is that something that like I could borrow and share in another game, or is that your proprietary?
Just tell people who wrote it. You can play it wherever they'll let you play it.
Oh my god, of course. Yeah. I have a friend that loves a good homebrew. Like I think I showed you the Hive Master he had made me.
Yeah.
Or Swarm Master, I don't remember. Yeah, and I'm just thinking of like he would totally dig this.
Yeah, I like it. I've actually have two, like the one person's going to play it in the Spelljammer game coming up. And then another person is actually playing it in another game I run. So not only have I wrote it, I researched it, I theory crafted it, talked it over with others, but actually play testing it. And it's
God damn,
it's nice.
dude. Yeah. I love that. And again, I just love the potential for the visual and the artistry of it.
And I think my next subclass venture is going to be cleric.
Gonna be what? Sorry?
A cleric subclass. I don't know what yet, though.
Right on. I'm excited to see it.
Is everyone back?
Yeah.
Ready? Check.
I am.
Lon Solo's not, but she should be back in a second here. I just looked over and saw she wasn't in her seat. Man, I'm playing Middle Earth Shadow of War, and I'm pretty upset pretty upset that they're making me have feelings about Shelob in the sexual way.
What?
Shelob,
How?
big spider
Yeah,
lady,
no.
turns
Yeah, I know who
into
she is.
a super hot lady in Middle Earth Shadow of
Oh.
War. Look her up.
No.
You're gonna have questions.
Why was that necessary?
With this.
Yeah, why are you gonna make the big old bug that stabbed Frodo with her tweeter like be hot?
Yeah, nope. That yeah. Dude. Yeah, they gave her like first of all, she looks like she should be one of the witches in Charmed, which is also my vibe. Yeah,
Her voice is
sorry,
awesome. She's
Yeah.
sultry in that threatening, flirty way.
yeah. And don't we have a type? Jeez. I enjoy one of the pictures that comes up when you just do the image search is somebody put yellow text over it saying Shelob isn't sexy. All right, well that's your opinion, dude. Huh. Is it canon that she can transform or is that new?
No, that whole game's not canon. It's really cool and has
Okay.
great story, but it's not canon.
Sure.
Getting anything new canonized in
Oh,
Lord of the
God,
Rings
yeah.
is almost impossible.
Okay.
I think we're
now
all. I
that's in
think
my
we're all
search
back.
history.
Yeah.
Yep,
You're
and now
welcome.
Shelob sexy is in my search history, so thank you for that, X.
I'm here to serve.
Serve her. Heyo.
I think we're all
All
back
right,
now.
so yep. So Erwin Mardukov comes up with the cart.
Hey, good to see you're not an idiot. Thanks for helping us out.
All right. Thank you.
He's pointing out what a bad liar I am.
I'm pointing out that, well, you are a bad liar, but that's a good thing. I'm pointing out that anybody that believes that story is probably an idiot.
So it was a sincere compliment, sir, I assure you. Anyways, shall we get this rig rolling since apparently we have several other appointments today now?
Of course.
Excuse me. Sneeze, and I couldn't get the mute button.
Bless
Oh
you.
no. I thought Siggy came in there and messed something up.
So I'm told that we're transporting a body.
Yep.
I think I do have her wrapped in my bedroll just because it was weird to just have her laying there, so I'll adjust her to the bedroll. And if I can lift her up into the cart, I will myself, unless she's heavy and someone else needs to help me, because I'm not that big.
Cirllia can help you.
Thank you.
Of course.
So we said that there's a camp of Vistani closer than the one that we knew about. Innkeeper, you knew where that's. You care to direct us?
He goes over the body and he looks at it and he says, "May I?"
Mike, what?
Yes.
He pulls back the
Oh.
the cover. And kind of sighs. This is Arabelle.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, she's the essentially a Vistani princess,
Of
the,
course.
the daughter of Luvash,
Well,
one of the leaders of the Vistani.
fuck.
Oh.
Guess we ought to hurry then.
I think hurrying is already left.
All right.
She's
Well,
she's
let's
not going to
move
get
along.
any deader.
Yeah, nope. I heard it when you said it. Let's go.
Guy
Let's
gets it.
move along.
This guy gets it.
He seems to be deep in. They're definitely not going to be happy about this.
Do you know why she maybe was up at the lake?
No, I didn't know her well. She's come in the inn a few times. But for the most part, the Vistani aren't normally allowed in town. The Baron put up with it when they trickle in a little bit here or there, but never in mass.
Huh.
Some believe that they are in league with the Devil Strahd. And the Baron has made himself out to be an enemy of the of.
How's he done that?
Well, he claims that him and his festivals keep Strahd at bay.
I doubt that would work.
Yes, probably.
Should probably get moving. We do have 2 dinner dates.
So I said, who's steering this thing?
So you're still going to take her back to them?
Yeah, why would we not?
Okay.
Yeah,
He
I don't.
He slaps the horse a little to get it moving, and you start.
Seems the right thing to do.
Sometimes doing the right thing in this land, well, it gets people to.
Well, I'm willing to take the risk to return someone's daughter to them.
That's mighty noble of you.
Yeah.
I have
Thanks.
double cat aggro. I'll be right back.
So you head down through town. When you make it to the main intersection, you head west. When the gate guards try to stop you to examine your cargo, Erwin just slips them a gold piece.
Huh.
At both the major gates that you have to move through. He just says, "Oh, you don't need to check our goods. Everything's fine," and shakes his hand and leaves a gold piece in the guard's hand.
This guy's a Jedi.
It's not the Vistani corpse you're looking for.
You head out west of town. There's a couple of houses that are outside the city walls, but they all seem abandoned, other than one that's a little bit larger than the rest, but is shuttered up and has heavy doors on it, like a little mini fortress.
Oh, mini fortress.
You head out to this path here and start heading south through the woods. No one stops you or comes up to meet you on the way until
Dun, dun,
Bum, bum,
dun.
bum.
It's our turn to
Complete inky blackness.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, they actually have structures on this one.
Damn.
Man, this camp is huge.
so if you go down and look at the bottom of the map, I'm not sure if you can see this or not. It'll show you a side view of the hill with the Vistani camp on top and cabins around it.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what you see as you approach along the road.
Oh, got it. Okay, thank you. That's fun.
I'd worry about the wagons
Erwin-
going down.
Erwin says that he doesn't want to take his horse up there. He's going to stop here. These cabins around the camp are actually the remains of a elf village.
He said the remains of what? A village?
Elves, they're dusk elves. It's the
Ooh.
last remaining dusk elves in the valley. They have some sort of agreement with the Vistani, but they live in these cabins. They have some interesting stories to tell, though. So if you get your time, perhaps see what you could do. But the Vistani camp is there on top of the hill.
Well, thank you for coming with us this far.
Yes, well, good luck.
Oh, while we're all here, do you want to explain what you want us to do with the Wizard of Wine shipment?
What now?
I'll explain it if you live to come back from this.
Not much faith in that, huh?
I wouldn't say that. I just it's a possibility.
Let's get moving on this.
Yep.
Cirllia will lift the girl's body from the cart. She'll make sure she's covered up. But she'll carry her, like cradling her, so there is some gentleness and reverence in that.
Does it look like the innkeeper is staying to wait for us, or did he just turn and leave?
No, he's waiting.
Cool. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, I hit a button. Okay. All right. Who wants to be first up with the bearer of bad news.
Me too.
Yep. I'll just start heading up the hill. Are there any kind of guards or anything stationed?
You see people stationed outside the cabins, but there are
Mhm.
no Vistani at the bottom of the hill. They're all at the top.
Okay. It's so fun to watch the light move. It's like a sundial experiment.
So as you reach the top of the hill,
I kind of motion for us to stop on the outside of the wagons. Okay.
the woods
Okay. Yeah.
here wait. So the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures details. We could see that these buildings feature elegantly carved work and have decorated lanterns hanging from the sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through the hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from the central area. Piled outside the wagon are several empty casks of wine. From inside the tent comes the click of a whip, followed by the howls of a young man. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke. From outside the ring of wagons, you can see there are a handful of Vistani either tending horses or sitting on their wagons, but most of them are either inside the tent or inside their wagons. Those who are sitting on their wagons look to you, but do not seem to move. One of them motions with his head towards the tent.
Okay.
All right. So 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze you can see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious, shirtless teenager hugs the central tent pole, his wrists bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes the young man with a horsewhip, causing him to scream again. Standing in the bigger man's shadow is a third man, also clad in studded leather. Easy, brother, he says to the whip-wielding brute. I think Alexei has learned his lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a dancing sword?
No, it's Vistani.
Okay.
Pardon.
Nice.
So this man stopped the other man stopped the other man from whipping the boy in the center of the tent, and he walks towards the entrance of the tent stands about 10 feet from you. And he says, "Oh, welcome, visitors. Welcome. What can I do for you?"
I'm
This is
investigator
the man
Heinrich.
who was doing the lashing.
Whoa,
'Kay.
jeez.
I'm investigator Heinrich von Richten. These are my associates. While we were exploring the lake, we stumbled across something very unfortunate that needed to be brought to your all of your attention. It is unfortunate, bad news. But
Well,
necessary
spit it
for you to
out.
know.
Cirllia will step forward and very gently set the body down.
The big burly man falls upon the body and pulls off the coverings. As Arabella's exposed, he goes silent and white in his face for a minute. And then he starts crying and clawing at his face
Mm.
and bashing the ground and bashing her chest, crying, "Why? Why?" Aragorn gets a real serious look on his face too, and looks up to you and says, "You just found her this way?"
Bottom of the lake. We were on our way out to speak with the drunk on the lake about the Mad Mage, and we're fishing on our way out, and hooked on to a body before this, and then this body. She was, however, tied and weighted, where the other person looked like they might have just fallen in at some point. It looked very suspicious. She appeared to be in Vistani garb, and having already good relations with the Vistani, felt it our duty to return her to her people.
Good relations, you say? We haven't ever met you before.
I've not yet, no. Vistani we have met have been good to us. So we wanted to keep that good faith going, whether or not we've met you in particular or not.
Cirllia nods in agreement with that.
Luvash, like, pulls himself to his feet, and he looks like he's about to charge at you. And he says, "You'll pay for this." And Argo puts a hand on his chest, and he says, Luvash, no, they didn't do this, and they aren't for you to kill anyway.
I think it's a brow, but I'll say nothing.
Yeah. Tsuga keeps her hands open and very clearly not touching any of her weaponry, but trying to look demure and emotionally invested while keeping an eye on that big guy.
At the point, Luvash turns back to the young man who is tethered to the central post, and he just starts wailing on him with his fist. He says, "You should have watched her better."
I'm sorry. What does the gentleman tied to the post have to do with the poor girl?
Argal will speak up. He was in charge of watching Arabelle.
Oh. How long has she been missing?
Day and a half.
Hmm.
Why don't we step outside and I'll have a chat with you?
Of
Allow
course.
From all the commotion, the other Vistani in the tent that were lying about start to like get up and get into more readied positions. But they stay in the tent. So you're clearly Outlanders.
Yes.
And you were looking for the Mad Mage on the lake?
More curiosity, but yes. All we found.
What brings you to Valaki?
Well, ultimately, we're trying to make our way home. But that seems to be more difficult than just walking down the road. So we've been looking into things, getting the lay of the land, helping where we can, see if we can't find allies that could help us.
Where is your home?
My home's in Waterdeep.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been water deep lately.
You can't pass through the mists, of course.
I don't know what you mean.
The mists that surround Barovia.
Is that?
Well, you know how the Vistani do it. Our wise men and women of old created potions that allow us to pass through the mist unhindered.
Hmm.
Perhaps one day we'll have earned enough favor to obtain one of these potions for each of us.
Well, we part with them for the right price. After all, we though it takes some doing, can make more.
That price typically.
100 gold pieces a potion.
Afraid that I don't have too much more information. The girl didn't have opportunity to investigate the body. I'm not aware of your Unary traditions. Didn't step guard, but I definitely believe it was foul play.
What makes you believe that?
That she was tied up and weighted and thrown in the lake, in the middle of the lake, that nobody else goes on.
That does sound like foul play. Do you have any idea who might have done this?
I don't know who has done it, but I do know somebody who knows more than they're willing to tell.
Yes.
And who is that?
Drunk that goes on the lake daily. I don't know that he did it. I don't think he did it, in fact, but he knows more than he's willing to tell.
I'll tell you what. You bring this drunk to me. Alive. And I'll give you one of our potions.
Tsuga just looks very nervous. Kind of skeptical.
Something I'll have to discuss with my group entirety. We show up with them. See, we have a deal.
Great. I look forward to it.
Sorry to be the bearer of such sorrowful news.
Yeah. It's definitely going to make things tense around here for a while. And during a wine shortage at that too. It's going to be hard to keep Luvash from doing something reckless.
Sorry, what kind of shortage?
The wine.
Oh, right. Okay. Well. Huh.
That's the job he had for us. He wanted us to see about getting the shipment of wine. From the Wizards of Wine.
That'll be bumped up on our to-do list.
Yeah.
Thank you again. I'm sure you'll be seeing us again.
I look forward to it.
Kind of jerks his head to signal it's time to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Tsuga just pulls in line and walks as quickly as is polite away.
As you turn around, you notice that several Donnie have kept up their wings at this point. And they're all glaring at you. But they let you pass.
Been to places that feel like this in Kentucky. It is going time. It's open the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't.
Yep.
I knew that it was going to be rough, but wait, that big fella there's. Is there anybody like following or watching or listening, or are they just letting us go?
Oh, they're watching, but they're letting you go. As you
Okay.
leave, you see someone in a cloak near one of the cabins,
Mm-hmm.
and he's clearly watching you. He's in a grayish cloak, looks kind of well made, and has the hood pulled up, has a bow on his back.
So we can't see any discerning features, just somebody's clearly paying attention to where we're
Yeah.
going.
Not this from this distance.
Yeah, I'm done with this place. Hey, shall we? Where's the man with the cart?
He's here where you left him.
Hey, innkeeper, we didn't die.
Good for you.
How far is the winery?
Day and a half west, roughly.
We got 2 meetings to attend to tonight, but we can tackle the wine issue tomorrow.
Glad to hear it.
And we definitely didn't leave Scarf in the middle of that camp.
No.
Scarf is partying with the Vistani.
Nope.
These are
Not the
not the
friendly
party
guys.
Vistani.
No.
Scarf, his token is a knife.
Come
Oh,
on, buddy.
Read the room, Scarf. Read the room.
Yeah, not where we're hanging out, bud. Come on.
Like that dude tied to the post, he's not surviving this.
No, he gonna die. I feel bad. about that, but I also don't want to get involved because I think if then they would kill us too.
That's their laws. That's their shit.
Ugh.
Erwin watches the guy in the cloak watching you also as you start to leave.
Do you know that guy?
No, I mean maybe. I can't tell who it is, but it's definitely one of the Dusk Elves.
And do the Dusk Elves, they're allied with the Vistani here, or just sharing geography?
Mostly sharing geography, from what I can tell. Their leader,
Okay.
Casimir, is well, he's one of the oldest people here in Barovia.
You know about
If
the
you
mist.
wanted to know,
You know about the mist.
the mists, well, they surround Barovia. We can't leave.
That didn't come through, Exarkin.
Unless you're a Vistani.
Yes, it does seem like the Vistani can come and go.
Sort out what's true.
You have to be careful around the Vistani. Some of them are very violent, but some of them can be quite pleasant. If you mentioned a different camp that you've been to, have you met Madame Eva?
Yes.
She's one of the more pleasant ones.
Thank you for bringing us here.
Well, thank you in advance for treating our wine. While you're there, you seem well able to take care of yourselves. My family runs the winery, the Wizards of Wines, and maybe try to figure out what's the problem, why they haven't been sending it.
You know,
And if
problems have a way of finding us, so I'm pretty sure that'll be covered.
fair enough.
I have a hard time walking away from mysteries.
Mm.
Okay, I know this.
Are we taking the cart to the wine shop then, because so we can bring the
No,
cask back?
they'll have a cart there and probably horses too. I
Oh,
hope,
even better.
unless
Even
something
better.
really bad happened.
Sure. All right. I'm sorry, which direction was the winery? I've already forgotten. It's been a day again
Day and a half.
after a week of days.
I'll give you exact directions. You're going to take the trail west, the main road west, and then south.
All right. Well, so we're not able to do that before we're summoned to the Baron's house, right?
Tomorrow stuff.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm sure the Baron won't be happy that his newest guests are going to miss his festival tomorrow. Erwin will laugh.
That's just too bad. Could use some fun.
We'll have to catch the next one.
Back to town?
Yep. Should we just head right to the big guy's place to get it over with, or did he want us at a certain time, Cirllia?
I think they said by the end of the evening or by tonight.
Anytime before that.
Yeah, end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just get that done.
Well, I'm fine if we go now. Hopefully he'll accept just us, because Silney went to check on Okli.
choice. So
Well, Silney cannot make it because her ankle is too badly off.
You're right. You're very right. She got hurt. Bless her heart. Okay. Well, let's head on back unless anybody else needs to stop somewhere before we go talk to the big guy who's gonna lead us into definitely not a trap. Definitely.
Erwin says, "Well, I'm going to head back to the inn. It's probably right in the middle of the lunch rush now, and my wife won't be missing."
Yep.
we'll
Thank
see
you for
you
your
at
help.
dinner. We're gonna need 8 steaks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll have them ready. As you're heading back to town and past the church, the doors are open.
Look
I kind of,
inside.
yeah, poke my head in.
You see Ismark and Father Petrovich is bandaging his head.
What happened in here?
Oh, friends. Ismark like tries to stand up, but is like seems woozy and sits back down. Friends, you have to. They came in. That brute with the arm and a bunch of guards, and they took the coffin maker, which was
For fuck's
unfortunate
sake.
for him. But then the brute with the arm, he just got a crazy look in his face, and he said that they needed to take Irina too. And they took Irina, and then I tried to stop them, and one of them hit me over the head with a club, and then again, and then again, and then again, and I kept getting up.
Yeah, well, stay down now. That don't standing up isn't going to help any. We were
And
already on
then
our way there.
a little boy came running out that he was also had refuge here, and the brute said, "Oh, I've never seen you in town before," and he took him too.
Nothing can be easy. I'm
No,
seeing.
no. Everything about this place is just at best it's bad, and usually it's awful.
We're gonna go get this sorted out.
Yeah.
Don't
Do
go
you
and
need
sleeping.
any? Do you need help, Ismark? Do you need healing? Father, have you got him? Is he going to be okay?
Father Petrovich says, "Yes, he should be okay.
All right.
He was worse than this before you got here."
Can I roll a medicine and take a look at Ismark? Make sure he's okay.
Do that.
Yeah. He's a bit bloodied.
I'm sorry, he's a bit what?
He's a bit bloodied.
Gotcha. So we'll use healing hands on him and give him 4 more hit points.
Nice.
Okay. He feels a little better.
We'll go get Irina back.
Erwin says, "Be careful. Don't be diplomatic. If the Baron wants, he could call down 40 plus guards on you and probably 100 militiamen."
Does the Baron have a habit of just taking people that he's got questions for or disagreement with?
Yes.
We knew that.
Charming. All right, here we go.
So I don't know why he would take your friends or some boy.
I rarely understand the motivations of people in power.
Well, I mean, he tends to see outsiders as novelties. He wouldn't just take them. He would invite them in and try to wine and dine them and make you like him. And then if you're annoying, maybe he'd throw you in a cell.
So wait, so he's has a habit of taking people, but not violently.
No, I mean, no, sometimes violently. I'm saying you're outsiders.
Oh, I see. So
So
we're not usual.
you're a novelty to him. He would much rather, interact with you in a more interesting way than just throwing you a cell.
Well, I suppose that should give me hope, but I'm just not feeling it right now. I would like to get on the way.
Isaac is a lot more erratic than that, so you have to stay out of his way. Maybe your friends pissed him off in some way. I don't know.
I remember the look he gave Irina before.
I do too. He was not a good one.
Oh, well, maybe he fancied her.
Well, you don't just throw someone over your shoulder and carry him off if you fancy them. That's not exactly romantic.
Fucking shit.
This is Barovia, my friend.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
You'll figure it out. I'll meet you
Oh, I
back
don't
at the
like
end.
it. I don't like it. I don't. Sorry, who said that to me?
Erwin. He said, "This is Barovia." It's
Ugh. Okay, I just want to make sure I knew which one made the comment. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he's the only one here. He's with you as you're walking back towards.
Oh, we'd already left the church. I'm sorry, I missed that part. Okay.
The mansion. He said, he just kind of chuckles about it and is like, "This is." It's like you said, something terrible is always happening.
Dear Lord. Or dear whoever. I kind of walk away from him as much as I can while still moving forward.
Well, he fucks off to the inn and we turn down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna turn right there. Yep, and go south to the little cul-de-sac.
The cul-de-sac. How quaint. Excuse me.
And here you are at the Baron's mansion.
Is there anybody at the doors or anything like that? He's a baron. Why does she have to have people waiting outside?
No, not outside. This mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance door.
Knock on the door.
Right. So we knock or just barge in. We're clearly expected.
I knock. Knock, knock.
Maid opens the doors and says, "Yes, can I help you?" It's an old lady, probably in her 50s or 60s, in a traditional maid's uniform with a long dress, maid's uniform.
Inspector Heinrich von Richten. We were summoned.
Yes, come in. Framed portraits adorn the walls of this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion, and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the wall.
Is this a bunch of kindling?
Yes, it's for the festival of the blazing sun tomorrow.
Oh, how lovely.
Please, this way to the parlor.
Tsuga is looking like in the hallways, around the corners, like anything she can perceive, just because she's just highly uncomfortable being here at all.
So the parlor contains a fine array of furnishings and draperies with an overall feminine touch. The door across from the parlor, you hear a commotion in there. Sounds like people getting prepared for something. You hear dishes moving and silverware being set. Probably several people working in there of some sort. The maid goes to leave and she says, "I will inform the master that you are here."
Thank you. Exarkin, you didn't come through again.
Grumble, grumble.
Ditto.
I'm gonna look at the decor and make sure there's no like hidden like murder babies or anything or weird decor.
Yeah, I'm an investigator around myself while we're waiting.
No, the decor is pretty standard for like a low end nobility. It, like mentioned before, definitely has a feminine touch. So whoever did the decorating clearly wasn't the Baron.
This door on the other side here, that's not the one the commotion came from. You said it was across the hallway.
That's a window on the other side, and yeah, it was across the hall.
Oh, that's a window I'm
just-
in front of. Okay.
It,
Got it. I see. It was a closed window. I opened it. Okay. There's a lot of stuff moving around.
After a few minutes of waiting, the door, two large mastiffs step into the room.
Do they look
Aegys.
friendly?
No. A bear of a man wearing a breastplate, a rapier, and silk tunic with a greasy beard glisten in the lamplight. Two twin black mastiffs flank him on either side.
I don't look the dogs in the eye.
Ah, welcome, guests. Welcome. Oh, don't mind my boys. They're friendly. And he scratches one behind. I am Baron Vargas Valakovich. But you can simply refer to me as the Baron. I also act as the burgomaster of this town. Welcome to Valaki.
Tsuga kind of half waves awkwardly, just hello.
We appreciate your hospitality.
Of course, of course. It's always nice to see fresh faces. And as soon as you come into town, you avert disaster. Please tell me about that. Tell me about what that Van Hout did.
And who?
Van Hout, the coffin maker.
Oh, was strong armed into facilitating the security measures of the taking of the security measures of the church by a bunch of vampire spawn that were hiding in his upstairs. It was definitely a under duress situation.
Absolutely.
Do you think Strahd was behind it?
I think I don't have enough information to say one way or another.
Ah, an educated man. Very well. It's good to see. What punishment would you give to him then? For his weakness?
What are the laws here?
Consorting with the minions of Strahd is punishable by death.
Of course it is.
About consorting under duress.
Well, that's why we're talking, isn't it?
Well, I didn't know if there was actual precedence.
I could always make exceptions.
If it is found true that he was under duress, this was not of his own free will, his own, if he's being threatened, he has to do this or he or his family dies. If he is innocent in that regard, then crime was still committed, so there's time to be served. But I wouldn't imagine death would be suitable. Corporate punishment wouldn't be suitable at all, in my opinion.
Very final.
Why didn't he warn someone then? He certainly had the chance. He had to go out and arrange for the stealing. By
That's
the
the
way,
dress part, right?
Right?
who stole the? Was it Tim himself? He seems seemed to say that it wasn't him, but he wouldn't tell me who.
I believe that would be something he'd have to say.
Okay. He strokes his beard. Very well, let's put that behind us. So I would hope that you're going to participate in the festival tomorrow. Some new heroes of the town could certainly lift people's spirits. At the end of the day, we're going to have a banquet here in my house for a certain VIP.
We actually have a job tomorrow that will have us out of the city. But we should be back for the next one.
He gets a real stern look on his face. You're going to miss my festival?
Seems to be some issues. The fact that the wine's not flowing, some tensions among the citizenry, the Vistani, many people in the area. And it's feared that if the wine doesn't flow, that this could cause issues for the public safety. That's why it's a
And
problem.
that is you. I see.
And would wine be featured at your festival, sir?
Well, for the VIP gathering, yes.
And do you have enough, or are you also low on your supply that we could help with?
I have enough for the gathering, but you are right. It is important for the wine to flow. And that is your job tomorrow?
Yes.
Correct.
I can see why that'd be important. He nods and strokes his beard and pets one of his mastiffs. Very
Yep.
well, I give you leave to miss my festival. Good work.
Thank you. There will be another one soon. Yes, they're quite frequent.
Oh yes, probably in another week.
I have every intention on making that one.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
You wouldn't happen to know where our good friend Irena is, do you?
Who?
We came into town with her. Your man, what's his name? The burly gentleman that all the guards listen to.
Isaac.
Isaac, yes. He came to the church this morning and took her. Also a child that was staying there, but I don't know the child.
I'm not aware of this, but Isaac has broad authority to take care of issues in town.
We do
What
worry for our
issues-
friend.
Yes. What issues could a visitor who's only been here one night and stayed in the church and helped it survive the vampire spawn attack be causing?
This is someone that's a part of your party who helped against the devil's minion.
She was
Yes.
she was quite a big part of that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, for heroes of the town, I'll ask Izik what the hell he's doing.
I would appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Does he look like he's gonna ask soon, or is that just a like? Do you need me to do an insight check to see if he's placating us?
You could do an insight check.
Well, he looks good to me. Fuck.
Heinrich thinks it's just as likely either way, so he's trying to play nice as much as he can.
He's doing a better job than I am. Tsuga is just working on controlling her face.
Is it possible we could see Arena before the end of the evening? We may actually need her help on this job.
Oh, yes. Hold on.
You're very kind, Baron.
Frida, come here! Yells down the. The maid comes back. He says, "Go up and see if Izik is here.
Frida.
If not, call one of the guards outside and tell them to summon him." She looks a little bit frightened by this concept, but she obeys.
Frightened by the order in general, or specifically by Izik?
Yes.
Ugh. Fair enough.
Uh,
I guess sucks.
She comes back after about 3 or 4 minutes. You hear some banging upstairs, and she comes back and she says, "The door to his room is locked, sir." The Baron says, "Locked? And you told him it was me calling for him?" And she says, "Yeah, yes, sir." Hmm. All right, go back to your duties. The Baron turns back to you all and says, I'll just be a moment if you'll give me a moment."
Of course.
Of course, Baron. He's like, I ain't gonna let him disrespect me in front of guests.
In my house?
In my fucking house?
Heinrich mimes throwing up.
His dogs leave with him.
Thank God. The dogs were definitely making Tsuga nervous. So we all agree that this is something's wrong, right? Again, like with everything else in this town, in this county, whatever.
Heinrich kind of like makes a motion, like, cut it. Let's not talk here right now.
She just coughs into her hand a little bit and looks out the window.
You hear some banging from upstairs again.
Listen real good, see if you can hear anything.
Yep. I'm gonna listen real good with that guidance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Ugh.
All right. I
Yeah.
also am going to try to listen good without guidance. Even worse.
Whoa.
I'm
What
gonna
is
try.
With guidance.
Scarf, you better be ready. Tabaxi's going to be a natural listener.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and listen.
What is with our rolls today?
It's
The only good rolls we had were pulling bodies out of the water.
Gotta be good at something. There you go.
Right?
There's a good roll.
Oh, good job.
I mean, the 12's not a bad roll, but the others were
It's
bad.
not. Yes.
Yeah.
You hear in his gruff voice, What the hell? What is this?
Scarf, can you hear anything?
All right, I'll let the other party members know what he's saying. Yes, I relay what I heard.
I look at Cirllia and Heinrch. Do we wait here? Are we being polite?
Keep listening.
You didn't completely come through, XR.
We wait. Just keep listening.
Yep.
Okay, I keep listening.
Eventually, the Baron comes back. He says, I'm having someone sent out to find Isaac, and I'll have a talk with him. I'll try to get this straightened out and your friend back to you by tomorrow so you could take care of that wine situation.
Very much appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tsuga just smiles.
I'm sure you're very busy, so we don't want to take up too much of your time. But we definitely look forward to the next festival we're able to attend.
Oh, yes. Well, let me know when you get back from your excursion.
Absolutely.
Very well. Have a good evening.
You as well.
You as well.
Fuck off out of here now.
Right? Fuck the whole way off.
He leaves and you hear him go upstairs.
Can I hear anything in the hallway as I leave from that door where the commotion was happening?
It sounds like I said, dishes and furniture moving around and silverware.
Oh, right, the party. Okay.
Listen at these stairs, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear nothing.
Let's see if I can hear any better.
Underneath the stairs here.
Guys,
What
we're
the
not allowed to hear
Is-
anything now.
is a heavily this is a heavily reinforced door. Looks like a cell door of some sort, but with no bars or anything.
Over like 2/3 of the people we've met have had some sort of reinforced door in their house. This place is fucked up.
It's a monster panic room.
Oh my god. Everybody's got like, hey, don't look in that door. Well, now I gotta look in there.
Welcome to Barovia.
Can I hear or smell anything at that door, Aegis? Let's see if I can get a decent. Oh,
Oh, you hear them whimpering.
of course, of course. All right, I am going to wait to tell them until we get outside. Heinrch.
Yeah?
Are we just walking away casually, I assume?
Yep.
There was the sound of someone whimpering behind that locked door under the stairs.
Wish I could say I was surprised.
Do we think it's Irina?
Probably not. I think he's taken Arena somewhere else, and without the authority of the Baron.
Are we okay? Are we okay waiting for him to get back to us?
We don't really
I
have a
don't like-
choice.
What if he does something terrible to her?
Do
You
you
saw
have-
how he was looking at her.
Do you have a lead on where to look?
I
You
could.
know, we could ask one of the other guards. There was one
Right.
named Bennett that was pretty helpful to myself and Scarf earlier.
We'll
Or the
find
maid.
Bennett.
She didn't seem real happy to have to talk to Isaac.
Probably why she wouldn't tell us anything to avoid getting on Isaac's bad side. But if Bennett's proven to be helpful,
All right. Where do you think you'd find him, Cirllia?
I mean, he was on gate duty by the lake earlier. But, well, not duty, but he was one of the guards waiting there. So it's possible we'll just see him in town.
check the inn. He might be there for lunch. I'm going to swing
true.
on down to the church and appraise Ismark what's going on. And then I'll meet you guys. Meet you guys back at the inn.
All right. Happy to head that way. Cirllia, what does Bennett look like? And we can just walk and talk as we go to get a description so that Tsuga knows which of the many guards to try to keep an eye out for.
She gives a description.
Yep.
My voice is about gone, and it's almost 11. So is this a good spot to stop, and we'll pick it up next time?
Yeah, I'm fine with a cliffhanger. I have to get up early. But if I have any dreams about a guy named Isaac kidnapping me, I'm coming for y'all. Everyone in this town is awful.
Everything is horrible.
Everything is awful. Yeah, I'm not going fishing anytime soon either.
Yeah.
Well, despite the creepy terror, it was fun. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for running. Thanks,
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everybody, for playing, everybody
Well,
for watching.
As one last creepy.
Oh, really? What?
Yes.
Is there a werewolf?
The parting creep.
There you are.
Ugh, parting creep.
Creepy kids.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you so much.
That's fantastic.
Oh, now I hear them. What? No.
I'm not turning my volume up. I'm just not. Thank you anyway. Thank
you know if kids are actually giggling in this world, something's really up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's everyone's so downtrodden.
Death House 2.0 is around the corner if there's giggling children. So, yep. Nope, I'm good.
Right the fuck out. Nope, right the fuck
Listen, there was a nope fish, a nope house. We just saw the nope room. This town is just made of nope.
out.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, viewers, for watching. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment if you have any questions. We'd love to hear from you. And definitely check back here on the Twitch. We have lots of games running and streaming here on the Twitch. And for those of you with us on Twitch right now, we're going to raid out to Jen Gritspark. She got her computer back, so she is streaming again. So give her some love. And I will be back on Tuesday for Pathfinder 2nd Edition Binding Light. And yeah, so have a great weekend. And we will see you next time. Bye.